So we have happy pepper with forming and breaking for Christmas. Forming and breaking for Christmas, happy pepper.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. That's my ho-ho Christmassy welcome to my speech this evening. I'm here to share some wisdom with you this evening about something you might absorb and something you might choose to take on board as you have many gatherings, as you are forming in groups with other people over the coming Christmas events or the coming Christmas occasions that you may have. So I have an interest in examining people. I love to observe how they operate. I don't actually do it consciously. I think I do it subconsciously. For example, sometimes we naturally paraphrase. And paraphrasing means that if somebody's talking to you like this, then you naturally lift your hands to be about the same height as them, and that naturally forms. Actually, I think that's called parroting. Doesn't matter. That's okay. So, as I said, something you may choose to become aware of, and it's about a body of knowledge that I have used from time to time, and it's to do with group dynamics. And you can apply this sort of body of knowledge to the social gatherings that you might have coming up, or you can think about it in terms of perhaps a team at work, a project team that may get put together to perhaps form a Christmas celebration for your organisation. So this model, it's called forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. They're the phases. I actually don't have the official name of this model. I've forgotten it. It doesn't come to mind. But I have used it and talked about it at times, so I'd love to share some insight with you. If you think about when a group gets together at the very first stage, they are doing what's called forming. That means they get together like we do every time or every second week here at Toastmasters. We come. And the forming stage is where typically, of course there's the setup process, but when a group comes together perhaps in a training environment or at a dinner party perhaps, they sit down and they are forming. They're sitting there and there's a certain feeling amongst the group at this stage of the forming process. It's described as a time of a bit of uncertainty. Putting a group of people together perhaps to form a project goal, there is a lot of uncertainty. They don't quite know where their place is in that group. And that's where the uncertainty comes from. So it happens socially, it happens professionally. And then coming after that phase is the storming phase. Storming is when you've got a group of people, perhaps socially, the larrikins that like to ascertain a position amongst the group, that want people to, I mean, I don't want to be critical, I'm not critical of them at all, everyone loves a larrikin, but a larrikin would naturally establish their position in a group. And similarly, in a performing team in the workplace, a person may need to establish that they have a lot of experience. And I suppose perhaps putting together some sort of Christmas event, a person who has had that type of experience would tell about all their various experiences and things. They're putting Christmas events. So through the storming phase, there's a little bit of uncertainty, but definitely a position of time of establishing your position. And there might be a bit of friction amongst the group. And there could be the stares, there could be the, oh, look, you know, oh, her shoes, she's wore special shoes tonight. There could be the comparison, there could be all sorts of things that we don't really see that goes on in other people's minds. And so that's the storming phase, the roles, determining the pecking order. And then through the storming phase, there's the norming phase. And the storming phase, when people are comfortable enough, they've established their order in the group. They understand where Daniel sits, or you know, I understand that even though Vienna's got a brighter shirt than me, that's okay. You know, we're quite comfortable with that. We're comfortable. And in the norming stage, we start to joke around a little bit. There's a bit of laughing. We're all getting along, and the ice is well and truly broken. And I would say there's possibly a good energy in the norming stage of running the job or having a dinner, thinking about a dinner party. You know, it might be when you're ordering a menu. A few jokes, feeling very palpable amongst the group. Good energy, good buzz. And you can almost feel that the tension is being left behind. It's quite a good stage to be conscious of. So if you're at a dinner party over Christmas, just try and take notice of how it was 15 minutes prior to you being there. And how you progressed along that. So that's the norming stage. And then after the norming stage, Christmas turkey. There's a lot going on. When you're achieving some sort of workplace project, that's about, again, performing the job and getting the job done. And if you think about it, a lot of good relationships, people put into teams together and they produce good results, and there's quite a feeling of good morale and a sense of accomplishment. And you know, drinking and more drinking is really performing on the job at Christmas Eve. And so there's a lot of good stuff, and naturally groups will sort of float between the norming and the performing, and there's no reason why sometimes a little bit of storming doesn't creep into the equation. But ultimately a project team has to adjourn, a dinner party has to adjourn, and every fortnight at Toastmasters we need to adjourn very sadly at 10 o'clock. But we are so sad to adjourn that we actually don't go away to the pub. But that's pretty much the model that I wanted to share with you this evening. And I wanted to put it in the context of perhaps a Christmas gathering, or perhaps you might think of some task that you've been put to do with a group of people that maybe have never worked before. So just adding to that, I call this speech Forming and Breaking for Christmas. And breaking is not so much about adjourning, but perhaps about icebreakers. Icebreakers help a group break that ice. And I have to end the year by getting you all to do a really quick 60-second icebreaker, because it's an opportunity for you to maybe become aware of an icebreaker that can then lead to other things. So if I can get you to stretch out of your comfort zone, I'll share an icebreaker that may occur. If you ever have a group of people, you have a task and you have 40 seconds to do this. There is a group of 20 odd people here. This is your task. You need to put yourselves in your street number order. So if you live in house number 258 Centre Road, then you're down this end. If you're around about house number 100, then you need to stand around here. And if you're down around about 40, you're down here. And if you're house number 3, like me, you need to stand. So you've got like 30 seconds now. Time is ticking. But there's a rule. 0 speaking. This is an icebreaker. You're not allowed to speak. So off you go. 27 seconds. Oh dear. Okay, time's ticking. Good. Okay, time's up. Okay, house number?
153.
House number? 130. Yep, 97.
30.
22.
14.
70.
32.
10.
7. 4.
3, 1. Wow! Together, definitely do get them to do something that's a little bit of fun, a little bit light-hearted, like we do here